The galaxy was quiet, but not peaceful. It was the kind of silence that came before something dangerous, something no one expected. For centuries, the Galactic Council believed they knew every threat, every rebel planet, every rising species. They watched the stars with pride, thinking nothing new could surprise them, and the one planet they never worried about was Earth. To them, humans were loud, emotional, unpredictable, and far behind in technology. Alien scholars often joked, "Humans will discover sensible technology in 10,000 years." Council generals laughed even harder. "Let them play with their tiny weapons," they said. "Humanity is centuries away from being a problem." But the Council did not know a simple truth, one truth that would shatter their pride. Humanity had stopped showing its real progress. Far from alien eyes, deep inside Earth's orbit, a silent structure floated above the blue planet. It looked like a dead metal ring, broken and unstable. Aliens observing it thought it was a failed project, or maybe old space junk. But inside that floating structure, hundreds of human engineers worked without sleep. This was Project Hammer, humanity's secret weapon, the weapon no alien believed they could ever build. A railgun, yes, but not a normal one. This was the largest kinetic weapon ever designed by a young species, a weapon that could fire a metallic slug faster than anything built in the galaxy, a weapon that could punch holes through ships the size of cities. And today was the test. Admiral Rowan Hale stood inside the control room, calm, silent, hands behind his back. He was not a tall man, not a threatening figure, but his crew listened to him like he was the anchor of the entire planet. Hale looked at the hologram showing the incoming Council fleet, a massive formation of alien dreadnoughts entering the solar system. They were here for inspection, but everyone on Earth knew the truth. This was intimidation. The Council wanted Earth to kneel before they grew stronger. They wanted to remind humans that they were nothing. But Admiral Hale had prepared for this moment for 10 long years. "Status," he said softly. "Railgun charged. Magnetic rings stabilized." "Target?" Hale asked. "Empty space near the fleet," the tactical officer answered. "A warning shot." Hale nodded. He did not want war, but he wanted the galaxy to understand something. Humanity was not prey. Not anymore. Across the room, screens flickered, data streams rolled, and power surged through the massive weapon in orbit. The railgun hummed, its rings glowing with electric blue light. Even from Earth's surface, civilians could see a faint shining arc in the night sky. They whispered, "Is this the day everything changes?" On the other side of the solar system, the alien fleet detected the railgun's activation. The Council admiral scoffed. "Let them fire," he said. "A railgun cannot even scratch our shields." His officers laughed. Humans were children, playing with toys. Or so they thought. Back in the control room, Admiral Hale raised his hand. "Test shot," he ordered. "Fire." The railgun responded with a deep, vibrating roar. A magnetic wave shot through the weapon from end to end. And then, with no explosion, no fire, no sound, a small metal slug launched at impossible speed. The slug tore through the emptiness of space like a blue streak of light. It moved so fast that even alien scanners missed its trajectory. It passed directly between two Council dreadnoughts, slicing space itself with the shockwave. The ships trembled, their shields flickering. Inside the lead alien ship, alarms began ringing. "What was that?" shouted an officer. "Unknown object," another replied, "moving at velocities beyond Council physics limit." The admiral frowned, his arrogance cracking. No species with their development level should fire a projectile at that speed. Back on Earth, Hale watched the data with calm eyes. The projectile achieved Mach 57 in vacuum, an engineer reported. "Good," Hale said. "Send the footage to every council channel." The message was simple. Humans can hit anything, anywhere, anytime. But the council was not impressed, not yet. "Railguns are old technology," one alien general mocked. "Humans are just catching up." They still did not know that the railgun was only the beginning. The real weapon was waiting, sleeping under Earth's oceans, and the railgun tests were only a signal to activate something the galaxy believed impossible. For now, the Council decided to respond with intimidation. "Move the fleet closer," the Admiral commanded. "Let the humans see true power." Alien battleships advanced, covering Earth's sky with their shadows. Civilians stared upward, terrified. But Admiral Hale whispered, "Let them come." The railgun cooled, its rings glowing faint orange, preparing for the next command. Earth was silent, the galaxy watching. Everyone felt it. Something massive was coming. Something the Council was not ready for. Something that would break the balance of the entire galaxy. This was only the first shot. Only the beginning. Only the warning. And the galaxy had no idea what humanity was about to unleash.
The Council fleet drifted closer to Earth, massive and confident. Their ships were covered in golden armor, glowing symbols, and heavy cannons, each vessel shaped like a moving mountain of steel. To the aliens, this display meant only one thing: power. To humans, it meant something else: arrogance. Inside the Council flagship, the alien admiral, Varkun, looked at the hologram of Earth with cold amusement. His skin was pale silver, and his eyes glowed a dim blue. He spoke with a slow, cruel voice. "These humans fired a clever toy," he said, "but every young species tries to show strength." His officers nodded. "Should we warn them?" one asked. Varkun smirked. "No," he said. "We will remind them of their place." Back on Earth, Admiral Rowan Hale watched the Council fleet's movement. His face stayed calm even when screens showed thousands of alien weapons pointed at the planet. "They think the railgun was everything," Hale said quietly. His second-in-command, Captain Mira Stone, frowned. "We should activate Project Leap," she said. "Not yet," Hale replied. "Timing is everything." The railgun test was never meant to scare the Council. It was meant to measure their reaction, to see how close they would come, how far they would push. And now the aliens were marching deeper into the solar system, exactly as predicted. Varkun activated a communication channel. His hologram appeared before Earth's Defense Council, tall and shimmering. "Inhabitants of Earth," he began, "you have fired upon us." "That was a warning shot," Admiral Hale answered calmly. "A foolish one," Varkun hissed. "You have one chance to surrender your technology and obey the Council." Hale raised a brow. "And if we refuse?" Varkun leaned forward, his tone dripping with superiority. "Then we will take what we want." Around the Council, Earth's leaders whispered nervously. Fear spread through the room like a cold wind.
But Admiral Hale did not move, did not blink. "You misunderstand humanity," he said softly. Varkun laughed. "No," he replied, "we understand your weakness." His hologram vanished, cutting the connection with contempt. The moment the feed ended, alien dreadnoughts began charging their weapons. Lights flashed across the dark vacuum, plasma coils tightened, and fusion cores roared. Varkun whispered a single order: "Prepare a demonstration strike." The aliens never intended to destroy Earth yet. They simply wanted to scare humans into obedience. But even a small demonstration from their weapons could burn continents. On Earth, alarm sirens echoed through every base. Bases scrambled, satellites awakened, and energy shields prepared for impact. "Targets locked," Mira Stone reported. "Their weapons will fire in 20 seconds." The control room filled with tense silence. No one breathed. Admiral Hale finally spoke. "Activate the railgun." Technicians rushed, magnetic coils surged, blue currents spiraled through the orbital weapon. "Target," Mira asked. "Fire near their flagship," Hale said. "Make them think we are answering their threat." The railgun fired again, lightning stretching across the weapon's spine. The metallic slug blasted through space in a blur, passing only meters from the alien flagship. The shockwave shook the massive vessel like a leaf in a storm. Inside, officers stumbled and grabbed consoles. "Impact detected," someone shouted. "Impossible," another cried. Varkun slammed his fist into the control table. "They dare?" he roared. "They actually dare?" He activated communications again. "Human commander," Varkun growled, "you have attacked the Council fleet." Hale answered with steady confidence. "We fired another warning shot." "A warning?" Varkun repeated with fury. He turned to his weapons officer. "Charge all cannons." But before the order could finish, something strange appeared on Varkun's screen. Earth's railgun energy signature disappearing, fading, going quiet. "Are they shutting down?" an alien officer whispered. "No," Varkun growled. "They are scared." He smirked again, pride filling him. "Humans are bluffing," he declared. "They know they cannot fight." Inside Earth's control room, Admiral Hale gave a different order. "Begin Phase 2, he said. Mira Stone's eyes widened. "You mean—" "Yes," Hale interrupted. "Activate Project Leap." Across the Pacific Ocean, a massive hidden facility came alive. Deep underwater, giant machines powered up, glowing like rising suns. Energy spiraled around a circular structure, forming bright rings that twisted space itself. "Project Leap is charging," a scientist whispered through the comms. "Stand by," Hale responded, his voice quiet but sharp. The railgun was silent now, and the Council believed Earth was retreating. Varkun stood tall, proud, ready to show humans what real power looked like. "Fire!" Varkun ordered. Alien cannons began to glow, ready to unleash a blast strong enough to light Earth's sky on fire. But then, sensors screamed, alarms howled, and a new reading flashed across the screen. Something massive had vanished from Earth's oceans, like it had been erased from reality. "What is that energy signature?" an officer shouted. "Unknown," another yelled. "It matches no known physics." Then a new signal appeared. Behind the Council fleet. Right behind Varkun's flagship. The alien admiral froze. What just appeared behind us? And for the first time, fear touched his voice. He had no idea what humans had done, but he was about to learn. This was no bluff. This was the moment the galaxy started to shake, and humanity had only begun to show its power. The Council fleet floated in perfect formation, glowing like a metal wall around Earth. Varkun stood in the center of his command bridge, surrounded by screens filled with warnings, alarms, and confused officers. But he kept repeating the same thing. Humans are bluffing. He believed it. He wanted to believe it, because the truth frightened him more than any war ever had. Then the unknown signal appeared again, sharper this time, stronger. A powerful energy spike behind the Council fleet. "What is it?" Varkun demanded. "No idea," an officer replied. "It is bending space." "Bending space?" Varkun echoed, his voice cracking for a moment. He turned toward the holomap, and his eyes widened. A massive human warship was behind them. It was not on sensors a second ago. It did not use jump drive, warp drive, wormhole, or any known method. It simply appeared, as if it teleported. The ship was dark, silent, covered in matte black plating, and shaped like an arrow ready to pierce the galaxy. Blue lights glowed along its hull, forming patterns that looked almost alive. On its side, glowing faintly, was its name, Horizon Spear. Inside the secret Pacific facility, scientists cheered as readings stabilized. "Teleportation successful," one whispered. Another stared at the data in disbelief. "We moved a 100,000-ton battleship for folded space." "No," the lead scientist corrected softly. "We moved it outside normal space." This was Project Leap, the weapon the Council never believed humanity could build. A teleportation engine that cut through reality like a blade. In Earth's orbital command center, Admiral Hale stood still as he received confirmation. Mira Stone exhaled. "It worked," she whispered. Hale nodded slowly. "Yes, and now the Council will see what humans are truly capable of." Back in the Council flagship, chaos erupted. Unknown ship behind us. It bypassed all sensors. It did not enter through any jump corridor. It just appeared. Varkun slammed his clawed hands on the console. "Retarget weapons," he roared. "Aim at the human ship." But before any alien cannon could lock on, something happened that no one expected. The Horizon Spear moved. Not through engines, not through thrusters. It skipped. Like reality itself pushed it closer. Like the universe took a breath and exhaled the ship forward. Alien officers gasped. "What is that movement?" "It's teleporting in small jumps." "That's impossible." Human drones emerged from the Horizon Spear's belly. They were small, round, silent, each covered in shimmering blue energy. The drones flickered like ghosts, appearing and disappearing in random places. They scanned every alien ship, sending real-time data back to Earth. Varkun stared at his screen, unable to understand. "They have teleporting drones. No species has ever..." His words faded, swallowed by fear. The drones hovered in front of alien battleships, then blinked out of existence and reappeared behind them. Alien gunners tried to target them, but every time a lock was achieved, the drones vanished. Weapons misfired, alarms blared, confusion spread. On the human command deck, Admiral Hale issued a calm order. "Drones, de-able their weapons." "Yes, sir," the drone technician replied. The drones flickered again, appearing directly inside the alien weapons bays. Their shimmering energy disrupted circuits like silent lightning. Alien cannons powered down, shields flickered off, fusion cores entered safety mode. Inside the Council flagship, panicked voices filled the air. "Weapons offline, shields collapsing, core is shutting down to prevent overheat. We are losing control of the ship." Varkun's pride shattered. "This is not possible," he muttered. "Humans cannot have technology older species fear to research." But they did, and they were just getting started. The Horizon Spear opened a large hangar door, revealing a swirling blue vortex inside.
Space bent around it like liquid. "Are they charging a weapon?" Mirrorstone asked from Earth. Hale shook his head. "No," he said. "They're demonstrating." A massive beam of folded space erupted from the horizon spear, but it did not hit any alien ship. Instead, it carved a perfect line in empty space near the fleet. The fabric of space trembled. A thin crack of white light remained suspended in the darkness. It hummed like a heartbeat. Every alien officer stared at it in fear. "What is that?" "A tear," someone whispered. "A controlled tear in space-time." The horizon spear shut down the vortex, and the crack healed slowly. A message appeared on every alien screen, printed in simple human letters. "This is only a demonstration." Varkun felt his legs weaken. He understood now. The railgun was never the real threat. It was a distraction. The Council had been watching the wrong weapon. Humanity had built something forbidden, something ancient species feared to research, and yet humans had touched it, built it, mastered it. Varkun whispered into the silent bridge, "What have these humans done?" But no one had the answer. Not yet. This was only the beginning, and the galaxy would never be the same again.
The moment the horizon spear showed its teleport jump and the crack in space healed, the entire council fleet froze. Thousands of alien officers stared at their screens in disbelief. No one spoke, no one breathed. It felt like the galaxy itself held its breath, waiting. Inside the flagship, Varkun struggled to keep his voice calm. "Status," he demanded, but his officers could barely answer. "Shields down, weapons disabled, engines responding slowly, unknown energy field still scanning us." Varkun clenched his teeth. This cannot be human technology. But deep inside, he knew the truth. The Council had underestimated Earth, painfully, foolishly, completely. Behind their fleet, the horizon spear drifted forward, quiet and slow, like a predator showing mercy before it hunts. Its hull shimmered with energy, and every teleport pulse formed tiny ripples in the darkness. Then, something new happened. The horizon spear opened its side panels, releasing dozens more drones. But these drones were different. They were sleek, bright, and shaped like glowing shards of ice. Each one hummed with a strange frequency that made alien sensors glitch. "Identify those drones," Varkun shouted. "Unknown type. Their signal is not like the others." The drones formed a formation around the horizon spear, moving in perfect patterns. As they flew, they connected with thin blue lines of light, forming a massive glowing web in space. Earth's command center watched with tightened jaws. "What are they doing?" Mirrorstone asked. Admiral Hale answered, showing dominance, without firing a shot. The glowing web expanded, spreading around the Council fleet like wings of pure energy. Alien ships drifted inside the web, powerless to move, powerless to escape. "Sir," an officer whispered to Varkun, "we are inside a containment field." "A containment field," Varkun repeated. "Created by humans." He shook his head in disbelief. No young species should be able to do this. The drones glowed brighter, and streams of data flowed from them like rivers of light. They scanned every alien weapon, every engine core, every shield generator. "Human drones are reading our entire fleet," an officer shouted. "They are mapping everything." "Stop them!" Varkun roared. "We cannot," the officer whispered. "We do not even know how they are doing it." Then a communication channel opened on every alien ship. A hologram of Admiral Rowan Hale appeared in full clarity, calm and controlled. "This is Admiral Hale of Earth," he said, his voice steady like steel wrapped in velvet. "You came to intimidate humanity." Varkun growled. "You activated forbidden technology." Hale ignored the accusation. "You came to force us to obey." Varkun stepped forward. "You threaten the balance of the galaxy." Hale finally looked into the alien admiral's eyes.
"We threaten no one," he said, "unless they threaten us first." Earth's drones dimmed their lights, and the glowing web faded slowly. One by one, alien weapons regained power, shields rebooted, and engines hummed softly. But the message was clear. Humanity could disable them again any time. Varkun's voice trembled for the first time in his long military career. "What do you want, human?" Hale spoke with calm authority. "We want the truth known to the galaxy," he said. "Earth is not weak. We want respect, and we want peace." He paused, letting the silence speak. "But if peace is denied, we will not bow." The Council fleet remained silent, no one daring to fight, no one daring to challenge. The Horizon Spear teleported again, but this time slowly, like a ghost drifting through reality. It appeared beside the Council flagship, close enough that its dark hull filled every alien screen. Varkun whispered, "They could destroy us right now." His officers said nothing. Then the Horizon Spear backed away, turning toward Earth. Its engines glowed with soft blue rings as it activated a teleport jump. A massive wave of folded space washed across the fleet, shaking every ship gently. And then the Horizon Spear vanished with a whisper of blue light. Earth's command center erupted in relieved cheers. Mira Stone smiled. "They understand now," she said. Hale nodded slowly. "Yes, but understanding is not acceptance." Across the galaxy, thousands of species received the footage through leaked channels. Some watched in terror, some watched in awe, some whispered, "Humans are rising!" And others whispered with hope, "Maybe they will free us from the Council." Inside the Council flagship, Varkun stared at the space where the Horizon Spear vanished. For the first time in his life, he felt small. He felt powerless. He felt the beginning of fear. "This is not over," he whispered, because he knew when humanity revealed such power, it meant something bigger was coming, something far beyond railguns or teleportation. This was the birth of a new era, and the galaxy had no choice but to witness it. The Horizon Spear vanished from behind the Council fleet like a shadow swallowed by the dark. For long seconds, the galaxy fell silent. The Council fleet floated without moving, afraid to provoke even the echo of human power. And on every alien ship, officers stared at their screens with hollow eyes, unsure if what they saw was real or a nightmare. Varkun stood frozen on his command bridge. His pride was gone, his arrogance broken, his eyes fixed on the empty space where the human warship had been. "We were defeated," he whispered, "without a single shot." His officers said nothing because they all knew the truth. Humans had not attacked. Humans had not destroyed. Humans had only demonstrated. And that demonstration was enough to shake the Council's entire rule. On Earth, the command center erupted in cheers. Scientists hugged each other, soldiers clapped, and technicians cried tears of relief. But in the middle of the celebration, Admiral Hale stood still, unfolding a data tablet with a calm expression. Mira Stone approached him. "Sir," she said, "the world is celebrating." Hale nodded slowly. "They should," he said. "But the galaxy is watching now." Footage of the Horizon Spear, the teleport jumps, the glowing drones, and the containment web spread across the galaxy within hours. Some species watched in fear. Humans have forbidden technology. Others watched with hope. Humans are strong enough to challenge the Council. But most watched in awe. They mastered teleportation. In the outer rim, oppressed species whispered in dark caves. "If humans can break the Council, maybe we can be free." In powerful empires, leaders stared at the footage with tightening jaws. If humans grow stronger, they might lead. And in the deep places of the galaxy, ancient civilizations that never interfered before opened their eyes. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Admiral Hale gathered his top officers in a dim conference room. "Project Leap is no longer secret," Mira said. Hale nodded slowly. "The whole galaxy knows we have teleportation. A scientist stepped forward nervously. "Sir," she said, "we detected something during the Horizon Spear's final jump." "What?" Hale asked. "A signal," the scientist whispered. "Very old, not from the Council." "Where is it from?" The scientist swallowed. "From outside mapped space." The room fell silent. "Show me," Hale said. A hologram appeared, displaying a faint message, damaged, fragmented, and ancient. A voice crackled through, distorted, but still strangely powerful. "If humans unlock the path, then the ancient war will awaken," it said. Mira Stone stared with wide eyes. "What war?" The scientist shook her head. "There is no record. No one alive knows." Hale closed the hologram slowly. "We will deal with that when it comes," he said. "First, we handle the Council." Back in the Council flagship, Varkun finally spoke to his officers. "Order a retreat," he said quietly. "But sir—" "Retreat," Varkun repeated. "We cannot fight teleportation." His voice carried bitterness he had never felt before. The Council fleet began reversing slowly, engines igniting with shame. Each dreadnought backed away from Earth like a predator suddenly afraid of its prey. Alien spacers watched silently as the proud golden ships shrank into the void. On Earth, people stepped outside their homes, looking toward the sky, seeing the Council fleet retreating. For the first time in history, the planet felt victorious against the galaxy. Children laughed, families cried, cities erupted in celebration. But Admiral Hale watched without smiling. He said, "The Council will respond. They will not accept this loss." Mira tilted her head. "And we are ready." Hale finally allowed the smallest smile. "Yes," he said, "we are." Deep inside the Horizon Spear, in a chamber no scientist fully understood, the teleport core pulsed with soft blue light. Something stirred inside it, something ancient, something that should not exist inside a human-made machine. Back on the Council's homeworld, leaders gathered in a towering chamber. "What happened?" one demanded. "Humans embarrassed us," another said. "They broke the balance. They must be stopped. No, they must be studied. They must be feared. They must be controlled." Arguments raged. Voices clashed, and fear spread like fire among the elite. They had ruled for thousands of years, but now a young species from a small planet had shaken their throne with one ship, one demonstration, one truth. Humans were no longer weak. Humans were no longer prey. Humans were becoming a power the galaxy had never seen before. And far beyond them, in the dark edges of space, the ancient signal awakened again, pulsing through forgotten systems, whispering, "Their rise has begun." Humanity had changed the galaxy, but the galaxy was preparing to change humanity. The new era had begun, and Earth stood at the center of it, ready or not.